Easy English Podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of our podcast. We're really happy you're here with us today. If you're new to the channel, this podcast is made for English learners who want to understand real, casual, daily American English. Not textbook English, not robotic English. We use simple, street-level English that Americans actually use every single day in real conversations.
Exactly. A lot of people study English for years, but when they hear real Americans talking, they still get confused. That's because native speakers don't talk like English textbooks. Real conversations are faster, more relaxed, and honestly, a little messy sometimes. That's why we created this podcast.
And the best part is, you don't need advanced vocabulary to sound natural. Most daily conversations use very basic English. The real secret is learning how native speakers actually speak in everyday life.
So while you listen today, try to relax and enjoy the conversation naturally. Don't stress about understanding every single word. Just listen like you're hanging out with friends.
And before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share this podcast with somebody learning English. That support really helps us continue making these episodes for you guys.
All right, let's jump into today's conversation.
You know something I've noticed, Mark? A lot of English learners actually know more English than they think they do, but they become nervous when it's time to speak. The moment a real conversation starts, their brain suddenly freezes.
That happens to so many people. I think fear is one of the biggest reasons people struggle. They're scared of making mistakes, so they stay quiet. But honestly, making mistakes is completely normal. Even native English speakers mess up all the time.
Exactly. Sometimes people imagine Americans speaking perfect English every second of the day, but that's not reality at all. Real conversations are full of pauses, slang, unfinished sentences, and little mistakes.
Yeah, sometimes I start talking, and halfway through the sentence, I completely forget what I was trying to say. Then I just sit there looking confused.
Same here, especially when I'm tired. My brain just stops working.
I think everybody feels that way sometimes. But English learners put way too much pressure on themselves. They think every sentence has to sound perfect.
And because of that pressure, they become afraid to practice. But honestly, confidence comes from practice, not perfection. That's a really important point. You don't become confident first and then start speaking. You become confident because you keep speaking, again and again. And another mistake people make is studying English in a very formal way. They spend hours memorizing grammar rules, but almost no time listening to real conversations.
That's true. Real English is very different from classroom English. For example, textbooks teach people to say things like, "Hello, how are you today?" But most Americans just say, "Hey, what's up?" or "How's it going?"
Or sometimes we don't even answer properly. Somebody asks, "How are you?" And we just say, "Living the dream."
Which usually means the exact opposite.
Exactly. Americans love sarcasm.
Speaking of daily life, how was your morning today?
Honestly, I did not want to wake up today. My alarm started ringing and I just stared at the ceiling, thinking about all my responsibilities.
That's such a real feeling, especially on weekdays. On weekends, I magically wake up early with energy. But on work days, I feel like a zombie.
Seriously. And somehow the bed feels extra comfortable when you actually need to get up.
That's one of life's greatest mysteries.
I hit the snooze button 3 times this morning.
Only 3? That's impressive.
Don't judge me. I'm not judging. I'm actually worse. Sometimes I create fake conversations in my head trying to convince myself not to go to work. That's hilarious.
Like my brain starts negotiating. Maybe if I close my eyes for 5 more minutes, life problems will disappear.
And then suddenly 30 minutes pass.
Exactly. Then you wake up in panic mode.
That morning panic is horrible. You jump out of bed, start putting clothes on super fast, and suddenly everything goes wrong.
You can't find your keys.
You spill coffee on yourself.
Traffic is terrible.
Every red light feels personal.
Seriously, when you're late, every traffic light suddenly becomes red.
And somehow there's always one slow driver directly in front of you.
Always. It never fails.
Driving really tests people's patience.
Especially in big cities, some people completely lose their minds in traffic.
I've seen people screaming alone inside their cars.
Honestly, sometimes that's therapy.
Fair point.
You know what could help listeners today? Maybe we should explain a few casual American expressions people hear all the time.
That's a good idea. Okay, here's a common one. If somebody says, "I'm broke," it means they don't have money.
Exactly. Like after paying rent and bills?
Another one is, "I'm starving." Americans say that all the time when they're very hungry.
Even if they ate 2 hours ago.
Facts.
Here's another expression people hear constantly. I'm down.
That means you agree to do something.
Right. Like if somebody says, want to grab pizza later? You can say, yeah, I'm down.
Americans also say "no worries" a lot.
That basically means it's okay or don't stress about it.
And one of the most useful phrases ever is, "I got you."
Oh yeah, Americans use that all the time.
It means "I'll help you" or "don't worry, I'll take care of it."
For example, if your friend forgets their wallet at a restaurant, you can say, don't worry, I got you.
Exactly.
Do you think social media makes people more stressed now?
Honestly, yes. I think people compare themselves too much online. Everybody posts the best moments of their lives, so it creates this fake idea that everyone else is always happy and successful.
That's very true. Nobody posts themselves sitting at home stressed about bills.
Exactly. Social media is basically a highlight reel.
And people forget that. Then they start feeling behind in life.
Especially young people. There's so much pressure now to become successful very fast.
Yeah, people see a 20-year-old millionaire online and suddenly feel like failures.
When in reality, most people are just trying to survive and figure life out.
Exactly. Most adults honestly don't know what they're doing either.
That's actually comforting.
It is. Everybody is learning as they go.
If there's one thing we want listeners to remember today, it's this: consistency matters more than perfection.
Absolutely. You don't need to study English 10 hours a day. Even 30 minutes daily can make a huge difference if you stay consistent.
And listening is extremely important. Your brain needs regular exposure to real English conversations.
That's why podcasts help so much. You start getting comfortable with the rhythm, pronunciation, and flow of natural English.
And over time, you stop translating everything in your head.
That's a huge moment for English learners, when English starts feeling natural instead of feeling like a math problem.
Exactly.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap up today's episode here. We really hope this conversation helped you practice real casual American English in a relaxed and natural way.
And remember, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Every fluent English speaker was once a beginner, too.
Keep listening every day, keep practicing, and most importantly, keep speaking even if you're nervous.
And if you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. Your support helps us grow and continue making more English podcasts for you guys.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, everybody. Bye.